Hey everybody, so we are planting garlic. Everything that we start all of our seedlings in is right here. We're really excited about this time of year. We love planting garlic. Garlic's one of our favorite things to plant this time of year. Number one thing you're going to need when you plant garlic is good fertilizer or good manure. Garlic does like a lot of compost or fertilizer, and what we do is we like to keep good deep hay method in our chicken coop. These chickens that we raise do not free range. It actually is considered free ranging, but they're in a big area, and they produce quality compost. So if you keep the carbon flowing with your chickens and keep adding carbon, what I mean by carbon is adding hay or straw or some kind of carbon to their material, these chickens will do the job for you. After a few years, you'll start realizing in a chicken run, you'll start getting deep compost, deep compost. After a few years, it gets foot, 2 foot, and if you keep it covered with hay, you'll start noticing that the worms will come up and leave worm castings all under the ground. So as long as you keep it covered, even if it's in a dry time of year, you'll start noticing quality results. So we've been doing it the last 7 years. So there's a lot of compost every single year. More than we could even handle. So as you can see, look, our run here, this is our chickens here. They're in this area. They do their job. It's getting ready to be 28 degrees a night, so everybody's kind of really on edge. So, but look, so this time of year, just pull the hay back like this. You get under there, the chickens get in here and they scratch and they scratch and they scratch. See, I put my shovel in. See this stuff under here? It's just so rich. Very rich compost on top. See this stuff, nice stuff? It's just quality compost on top. It's just great. And honestly, we learned this from Back to Eden from Paul Galchi. And he has it right. He's been doing it a long time. And he does the same thing. I'm telling you, these chickens know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. So just take your quality compost, put it in a bucket, chop it up like that, come back over here, get you another scoop. These chickens know what they're doing. Man, it's just beautiful stuff. It's just beautiful. And this stuff, I'm telling you, every single year we use the same soil to grow all of our plants, tomatoes, peppers. Everything that we start all of our seedlings in is right here. This is the best stuff you'll ever start your plants in, right here. Look at this spot. Oh my God. This spot is really rich. Look how rich this is. And it's okay if you get a little hay in there. See that hay? It's okay if you get a little hay in there. Perfectly fine. Look how dark and rich this stuff is. See that? And if it was a wet time of year, this would be loaded with worms. We've been in a drought here, but my God, look at this. It's still moist and soft. These chickens are waiting to come over here and scratch. You watch them. I'll leave this open so you can see. Watch. Let's head to the garden and find out what we're about to do next. As you can see, we got this compost that we got from the chickens. Let's see how rich and black it is. It's looking great. And so what we did is, in all of our garden areas, or our garlic areas, is you till them, you turn up that soil. And a lot of people don't like tilling, but we have done both ways. Back to Eden method, no till or versus till. I have found better results in tilling the ground every year after sweet potatoes, because we like to plant garlic and sweet potatoes in the same area. Right when sweet potatoes are done, garlic is ready to go in. So one thing I figured out is after the sweet potatoes are harvested, till the ground with a tiller, come back with a lot of manure, get your manure on the ground, and once you get the manure on the ground, come back with hay and get your hay all spread out, just like you see right here. Hay is just on the ground. You can see just nothing but hay on the ground. The hay is going to do one thing. It's going to do this. It's going to suppress the weeds. So when you have spring coming up and everything's bursting at the seams, this hay is going to suppress the weeds big time. So number one thing you want to do is when you get your mulch down, get your garlic, go inside your house. You don't have to do this in the garden. This is just an example. Take your garlic right here. You know, this is a music garlic. We pour a lot of different varieties. You know, you want to take your garlic like this. Just take each clove. You know, just take them. And I like to run my fingernails in them like this. You know, and pop them off. See that? There's one clove. That's one plant. Take your fingernail, go to the next one. Look, pop it off. That's one plant. You can do this just sitting on the couch, sitting in your house, sitting in the living room, dining room table, or whatever, just hanging out. And you can put them in a bowl and just come out here and you're ready. So that's normally what we do. We don't do it out here, but it's just an example. See, there's bangs. They just keep coming out. Each clove is a plant. See, I got a helper right here. Shadow is a helper. He loves being in the garden. That's why his name's Shadow. So take your hay, just do it like this. Look, criss, cross, criss, cross, just like that. Grab your compost that you got from your chicken coop. Look, pow, pow. And then you take this garlic clove that you have. See the root side? You'll have a root side right here and a top side. Root side, top side. You're going to take that root side, plant it right in the center of that hole you just made with that compost, just like that. And you want to go about inch and a half. Pat, pat. And let's just go to the next one. Watch how quick this is. Go to the next one. Look, check it out, y'all. You want to go criss, cross, criss, cross. And when you do criss, cross, like a cross, like Jesus, you know, bang. Put this there, bang. Put your compost in till it's about flat. You want about an inch and a half. I'd say it's about 2 inches of compost. Here we go, y'all. So just like we keep going down the line, look, criss, cross, criss, cross. You just make yourself that hole. And you want it to be about 6 inches away from each hole. And so if you keep doing this along your way, and you have 2 people doing this with you, you could have 1 people going, making your holes, and then another person coming behind doing the compost. And then it's so easy. And then what you're going to do is you're going to come behind, come in here just like this. Grab that root side down right in the middle of that hole. Squirm it down 1.5 inches. Cover it up, wang. Look, make your hole, cover it up, root side down, wang. It is so easy to plant garlic, y'all. And the number one reason why you're going to do the hay, look right here. The hay is going to suppress your weeds when spring comes. So you'll have a little bit of weeds right here, but look at this, the hay is a boundary. So the next row, say I'm going to do my next row, it'd be right here, look. Criss, cross, criss, cross, criss, cross, till you get to the bottom of that manure. Some areas are deeper than others, you know what I mean? That would be your next row. Look, you might have to add a little more compost in that area. Grab your garlic, root side down, put it right in the middle of that hole, bang. Garlic does not do well with weeds. So you want to suppress the weeds. The hay prevents you from pulling tons and tons of weeds come spring. And guys, I've done this many years, and this gave us massive results with minimal work in the spring, and you will get huge garlics and you will be very satisfied with the results. Garlic is so beneficial for your health. It keeps your blood vessels and your heart well, and garlic is just a fantastic thing to have on your table, guys. So plant on and enjoy. We're trying to beat this cold weather that's coming, so garden on, y'all. Have fun. Look, Chris, cross. Chris, oh, I got it in a thorn. Oh, God. God, that thing is nasty.
Yeah, these thorns suck.
Oh.
I know, I just had one on me.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Okay, y'all. Oh! Time out. God, that's nasty. Oh my God.
You want gloves?
Okay, so you ready?
Yeah.
Put your compost in till it's about flat. You want about an inch and a half. To probably 2 inches of compost. Maybe 2.5 inches of compost, I would say. I'd say it's about 2 inches of compost. I just kind of do it because...
Let's rewind that. How much compost? I'd say how much.
Okay, let's go to the next one.
Okay.